Hi guys, I'm Paul from Urban Constrictors. So I decided to use my tripod on this video because I know all of you will have been wondering, did Paul find his tripod? Yes, I did. So I'm using my tripod, but today I want to film a clutch I hatched very recently. I haven't had the first shed, so I will do an update later down the line. And one of the reasons I'm going to film these is because 3 of the snakes have sold already. So it gives an opportunity to the buyers to see him on camera, on film, as opposed to just on stills, on photographs. So I'm going to show you that clutch, and then a little bit later on in the video we're going to take a look at some females I've got growing up. I'm going to show you a lighter female that's gravid, and if you don't know what gravid means, it means pregnant with eggs. So one that's gravid and one that's not. And what's interesting is the one that isn't is heavier, better conditioned for breeding, but she just decided not to go. Now both females locked very early on, but the female that is gravid, I took the male and didn't put him back in, because as soon as she had her first lock, she went off food, which is quite surprising. Normally their feeding pattern does change a little, but normally they start to eat really rapidly and really as much as they can to get all them calories to carry them through the fasting period. But this female didn't, and she started to drop weight ever so slightly, so I just thought it's not worth risking her health or her completely just to get a clutch of eggs. So I didn't carry on breeding her, but to my absolute shock, I palpated her the day before yesterday, and I could feel 5 what feel like eggs, or obviously slugs. So she's got 5 eggs or slugs in her, but like I say, it was a shock. So I'm going to compare her to one I got at the same time as her, just a side-by-side comparison. Show you little tricks of what to look for if you're trying to work out if you think a female is gravid or not. So little look at a clutch, and then look at some adult females, and I'm going to incorporate other adults as I go along, just see how the video flows. And then hopefully next video will be the second part of the room tour, and later down the line I'm going to show you bits I've changed in putting the sinks in, more green tree python enclosures, things like that. And also, because a lot of you said you want to see the rat barn shed, I'm going to do a video exclusively on that. And I'm going to do it sooner rather than later, just because I want to show you how it looks now and then how it looks when it's completely finished, because I've got more things I want to incorporate just to produce more rodents and just to make my time in there easier and more efficiently for when I'm cleaning, etc. So stick around, hope you like this video guys. Cheers! Boosh. So here's a clutch I recently hatched. I did do a cutting video, but I didn't think the video was that good, so I've decided not to post it, and instead I'll just show you the results. So this pairing was a banana cinnamon clown I hatched in, I think it was 2017, to a pastel cinnamon female, and the goal was to hatch some super cinnamon combos that obviously wasn't kinked or anything, but unfortunately, because I'm having a bad season, I missed hitting the combination I was looking for. So first off is a pastel het clown. She's quite a reduced pastel, and this one will be for sale. If someone doesn't snap her up after 5 meals, she'll go to my shop, Ocean Corals and Reptiles, because some of the lower end combinations seem to sell better at my shop than through Urban. Most of the time people come to me for a little bit higher end projects. So here's one I will keep. It's a pewter, so really cool pattern, some amazing blushed out sections. I love how this one's turned out. Now she isn't that strong because she didn't absorb all of her yolk, unfortunately. So she left the majority of it behind. So she's quite thin, and she does feel very lightweight and a little bit weak. But she seems to be doing just fine with the others, or else I would have separated her. But I'm gonna leave her in for now and just obviously monitor her closely. So next up is a banana 100% het clown. I still love hatching bananas. You know, not so many years ago these were $50,000 each, which is just crazy to see how cheap they are now. But this male got snapped up straight away. Real beautiful male, and being het clown is always a good thing. So on to my 2 favourites. and these two are sold. All the snakes that I've said sold as soon as I put some photos on Facebook. So I'll highlight what is for sale if anyone's interested towards the end. But banana cinnamon, 100% het clown, but just a visual banana cinnamon. One of my favourite 2 gene combos. Now, I do wonder if we had a little bit less knowledge on, or if our knowledge of trends, fashions, hype, and expensive snakes could be erased momentarily just for a small amount of time. I do wonder if we would choose this amazing, beautiful, spectacular 2 gene combination over some 4 and 5 gene combinations. For me, this is just one of my absolute favourites. It makes such a stunning 2 gene snake. So moving forward with this snake, obviously the buyer, I would imagine, will put it to a clown or a clown combination. So positives with this: it's got a full dorsal stripe, there is no breaks, there's quite thin points, but there's 0 breaks. So me personally, I like to hatch clown combinations without any breaks in their pattern. I think they're a better quality and they look better. And this snake and his brother will help do that later down the line. So should the buyers of these snakes put them to a good quality clown with no breaks in their pattern, I think they'll hatch snakes with no gaps, which makes a more visually impressive snake in my opinion. Just love this combination. This deep purple and this amazing sort of reddy burnt orange is just spectacular. Now I can see through the screen that is washing the colours out, so hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit of colour correction and get these colours back, because they are just so amazing. And once they shed and we get their true colours, they're going to be another level. So I'll probably update them once again. So on to the banana cinnamon pastel, so the pastel banana cinnamon. I'm quite surprised just how much colour the pastel took away. So I did some research, and these get the colour a little bit later down the line. When these ones start to sort of fade out a little bit, these ones start to colour up. So later down the line, this one could potentially overtake the 2 gene combo. So again, full pattern, really, really nice, beautiful snake. I'm looking forward to seeing this once it sheds, because we'll get more of that colour come through. But I do really like this combination. It's the first pastel cinnamon bananas, that I've hatched what doesn't have visual clowning. So that was kind of a first for me. And then on to this one. I'm a little bit head scratching on this one. What's interesting is it's kind of got the colours, very similar colours, but it doesn't have that sort of cinnamon pattern. So I do wonder if this is just a pastel banana 100% het clown. I'm not sure on the cinnamon. I don't think it has cinnamon, but I would have thought it would have been a much more yellow colour. So a little bit confused about that one, but a couple of sheds and I'll have my answers. So I hope you like that clutch, guys. I know it's not groundbreaking. It's not gonna pave any paths for me, unfortunately, but it was a nice little clutch I did for some holdbacks. Unfortunately, missed what I was aiming for, but I produced some nice snakes for other people. So what's for sale is the free, the free pastel banana het clowns, or the pastel banana cinnamon het clowns and the pastel het clown. Both the banana cinnamons and the pewter het clown are spoken for. This one, the pewter's staying here, and the 2 banana cinnamons and the banana were sold instantly. Right, guys, so I'm just going to show you a female that's going to lay in a couple of weeks. Now, I was a little bit surprised this female has decided to go on to lay. I'm praying she doesn't lay a group of slugs, but I bred her early on. She hit about 1550 grams, so 1,550 grams. Started to breed her, but then she went suddenly off food quite early into the breeding season, and she didn't ever go back on. So I stopped breeding her and I palpated her the other day to find She does have follicles. I'm really surprised about that. I didn't think she'd go, but it just shows you that I've got females that are in fantastic condition, heavier, and something just disrupted them enough. So this female, for instance, I bought her at the exact same time as this one. She was larger. This one was sold to me fresh out of the egg, and I didn't know she was fresh out of the egg, or I wouldn't have bought her. So the European breeder that sold me was a little bit naughty by doing that, but fortunately for me, I'm an experienced snake keeper, so I knew what I needed to do. But she took a long time to get going and get feeding and doing everything she should. I did think at one point there was a chance I was going to lose this snake, and this snake was about 150 grams, so she'd had at least 5 meals. She was doing fantastic, and she grew and grew and grew, and then once she got to about 1200 she slowed right down, but she tipped the scales at 1500, so I thought, yep, she's ready. And they're both 2016 animals, so they both got the age. But weirdly and surprisingly, this one decided to go on to lay, or she is going to, but this one didn't. So for those of you who don't know, this one is a pastel calico vanilla orange dream, beautiful female. Less noise earlier down the line, but a real pretty, sorry about the camera angle guys, a real pretty snake, real amazing snake. So I bred her to a clown combination because I wanted some pastel calico vanilla orange dream het clowns to grow up. I want some vanilla combinations in clown because unlike fire, super vanilla isn't a pure white snake. So excuse me, vanilla and fire are quite often compared, but fortunately the super vanillas are pure white, so this could be better later down the line when you're doubling up in certain recessive projects. So I'm just going to pop her back. So the one still on camera is Orange Dream Fire Calico. She was bred to a super Orange Dream Yellow Belly Disco that I hatched season before last, I think it was. Real beautiful male, just stunning. Now, I think the Super Orange Dream Fire Calico Yellow Belly Disco could be just mind-blowing. So I'm really praying she goes on to lay some viable eggs. And as you can see from the swelling, you can see that she's got, I know you can't see she's got 5 eggs, but she's got 5 eggs in her. But as you can see by the swelling, she's well and truly gravid. Real beautiful snake, quite shy, beautiful head pattern. Got that fire sort of thumbprint. But what's interesting, when you mix Orange Dream with Calico, you don't get the white spots, which in my opinion, it's a little bit of a shame because it's very impressive to see them kind of white speckles. I'll just do a little comparison. But still a beautiful female, really nice. So when you compare it to one that's very obvious calico, so my good friend Sean sold me this, just stunning. I love these almost sort of tangerine orange colours, really beautiful. So that with no Orange Dream displays the calico really well. With the Orange Dream, strangely doesn't. So I'm going to put that female back because I don't want to stress her out too much. But for those of you who are new to breeding these snakes and you're still kind of learning and wondering how to tell certain things, if you see you can just make out the spine higher up in the snake, and rubbing your fingers really gently over it, you can just make it out. But when you come down where the eggs are located, you can feel the spine really easily, and it's very prominent. So that's a very good indication that she's got a real good sized follicles or eggs. I haven't witnessed this female ovulate because I wasn't watching her for an ovulation, because I thought she was done for the season because she just started going slightly under the 1500. So like I said before, I backed the male right off. Well, I stopped breeding her completely and thought, well, next season she'll go probably. But to my absolute shock, I think we're maybe 4 or 5, probably 4 weeks off. But you can feel You can feel that spine very, very easily. And they look very rounded, almost barrel-like. So that's a real good indication that she's either just sunk a huge meal, which she hasn't, or she is gravid. So very easy to tell on a lighter female. Your heavier females are a little bit more difficult, but you'll always get that ridge in the spine. So just to compare her to another snake. So this pastel leopard clown that I bought from Justin Gavelka, just checking she's on camera. So you can feel her spine, but nowhere near as much as this. This is almost like a pyramid, where this is much flatter and smoother. So this female is way further on than this female. So that's just a nice, easy indication. But also, when you look at the underside of her belly, she's round and not flat. So when you look at this female, has got follicles, but I hope you can, let me just see. You can see how she's flat. And then when you look at this female, and I'm being super gentle, see how she's rounded, she's not flat. This section isn't straight across. So I'll show you that again. Oh, she's waking up now. So flat, see that's just completely flat. And then rounded here, once again. She's round. So what I compare these to is, in earlier years of breeding, when I was kind of winging it, is if your snake looks like your wrist, where it's flat below, they're definitely not gravid, but they could be building. But if they're rounder, like the thicker part of your arm, then they are gravid, at least with something. Could be slugs, so it's not necessarily eggs, but definitely going to lay something. So I just wanted to highlight some little things to look for if you're new to breeding, and also just wanted to show this beautiful female off, because if I get some perfect, beautiful white eggs and I hatch some super orange dream combos, like the super orange dream, fire, calico, disco, yellow belly, so that would be a super orange dream, disco inferno, yellow belly. It's going to make some amazing snakes. Now, just with that combination in mind, I'm going to show you another snake. I hope this video doesn't go on too long, but I'm going to show you what Orange Dream Disco Inferno Yellow Belly looks like, because I've got one here I produced back in 2017. So what I love about this combo, and I know, excuse me, I know a lot of you will have seen her in past videos. I'm just going to bring the camera angle in a little bit more. We're a little bit far away. That's better. So the Orange Dream Yellow Belly Disco Inferno. So Disco Inferno is when you mix disco and fire. It makes almost like a pied looking snake, but it's not recessive and it's not pied. So you get these cool high whites down the side, which makes a really dramatic looking snake. Just beautiful. When I hatched her, I believe she's the world's first. She may still be the only one, her and her sister, but I'm not entirely sure. But I did a lot of research, and what was really cool about this particular clutch is it was from 2 eggs. I bred a fire I got from a friend in 2016, and she didn't go, and then I bred her in 2017 and she went, but she only laid 2 good eggs and 1 bad egg. It wasn't a slug, but it wasn't a fertile egg. So that one died very early on. And out of 2 eggs, I hatched the 2 best possibilities. So it just shows you don't need a bunch of eggs to sometimes win. It just certainly helps when you have more eggs. So I was super pleased to hatch them 2. So I decided to keep them both. So going back to the last snake. The last snake has got calico, what this hasn't got, and the father, what was he, super orange? Yeah, so I could make a combination of this snake with calico, which should be amazing. I'll show you her sister, because her sister is a bad eater. They were side by side all the way through growing up. I mean location in Racking. Their hotspots was the same. They had the same water bowls, everything I use. The ones I make myself with deli cups in. So smaller versions of things like this. So everything was the same, but her sister she's just one of them snakes that's just going to take a little bit longer. So I'll get her out now just to show you. So because this female's smaller, you get some of the richer colours. Now when you compare them, this female is lighter in colour. So I believe one has yellow belly and one doesn't. Now a couple of people have said they think they both have yellow belly, but they're just expressing it a little bit different. But who knows? So this female, as you can see, she's in fantastic condition. She's very solid, very, you know, like a strong, excuse me, I don't know why I'm burping so much, I do apologise. Really, really strong muscle definition, muscle tone, should I say, not definition. Really, really good, healthy female. Just doesn't eat as often. She's on multis now I'm breeding them. So I think next season she'll catch her sister up. Now if you kind of focus in on that head, you can see each individual scale. She's a real beautiful female. This one is my favourite, even though she doesn't like to eat as often. She's just got a richer, deeper colour. She's just absolutely stunning. So when you compare the heads, very similar, but just a little bit different in colour. So just wanted to highlight them. So it's always nice to go with the flow and see how the filming goes organically and not so worked out in your head. I'm just going to show this snake and that snake. So I got to show some snakes that I wasn't planning on, but ones that you've seen grow up. So if you followed my channel from very early on, and I know my very early on videos are very cringe, but if you follow the channel and see what I've been hatching and stuff, some of them snakes you will have seen from the day the eggs picked or was cut all the way up to current day. So I like sharing that with you guys. So I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it 2 thumbs down. I've received 100 subscribers since my last video, so I want to welcome all you guys, as well as obviously everyone that's been subscribed for a while. I'm astonished by this channel getting close to 3,000 subscribers. It was kind of, I always thought if I get 1,000 subscribers, it'll be definitely worth it. And I got to 1,000 and quite quickly went past it. But that doesn't mean I don't want more. I want to grow the channel. I'm going to start maybe getting my wife to film me so I can just move around and go with the flow a little bit more, which would be nice. So yeah, I hope you liked the video, guys. Please like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share the videos, guys, please. Help me get my name out there, because once I hit 3,000, I'm going to do that awesome snake giveaway. We have to get involved to win it, so comment, like, you know, share gets you lots of points. So that's all for today, guys. Hope everyone's having an awesome end of season. 2020 is fast approaching. Get them females conditioned, get that extra calories on your males, because some of them do go off food throughout the whole breeding season. So condition them well and you'll set yourself up to succeed. Cheers, guys.